Hello, I'm EnterElysium. Welcome to Aurora 4X, where we are going into space boldly in the most complicated, amazingly in-depth space strategy game there is. Now, something's happened. Here is the diplomatic vessel, the Compact Kitty. It was just sitting on this jump point, calmly minding its business, talking to, I believe it was the Furutaka, which I think is their diplomatic vessel from the Grosvenor Protectorate. And we were just chatting along. We were making friends. We were actually doing pretty well. And then a load of ships from what we know as the Ghost just jumped in through the Jazza jump point, which again proves that the Jazza system over here has like a lot of stuff going on that we're very scared of. So we don't know what's going to happen now. We do know that the Ghosts are fighting the Grosvenor Protectorate, so they're probably going to shoot at this ship, presuming that they're military. We don't know what they're going to do to our ship, because we've never been close enough to a ship of theirs that has weapons. So we're going to find out what's going to happen next. Did they just leave? I think they just left. Okay, that was the first time we've actually seen vessels of theirs like that. And they look fast. They move like 5,000 kilometers per second. That seems like a military ship. And they didn't blow us up. They also didn't blow up our esteemed colleague over there. Their diplomatic vessels. Interesting. I don't know what's going on here. I need to get to the bottom of this. Who are these ghosts? Why didn't they shoot at me? Why didn't they shoot at the Grosvenor Protectorate, who we know they've been fighting? Okay, our terraform base is now in orbit of Europa. So, we go to the environment. We're currently adding water vapor, which is great. However, this is the Alistair tug, so I don't know if I actually want to detach the Alistair. I think I'm going to detach the Greenfield. Then we'll have the Alistair come back to Earth. Actually, we can just go straight to the fleet. There we go, the back demon. Yeah, I mean, we should probably refuel just in case. So let's refuel. And then we'll go pick up the back demon. And then we will tractor any ship in fleet. And this is the point where we're going to have to go for a little bit of a jaunt. Once we do that, we're going to have to go all the way to Hoyle. However, I kind of want to see how fast we're going to move when we tractor the ship. So I'm just going to let it do its thing. Okay, you've done your thing. You're now... I mean, 844 isn't particularly bad for a tug that's moving, what, like, is this a 1,000,000-ton station or is it 500,000? I can't remember what we went for in the end. We're going to move through to Hoyle. And then we're going to go to Asteroid 57. And then we will... Oh, we don't even need to release tractor ships. We'll just attach it manually. Yeah. Now, it took 127 days to get there, which is a shame, but here's what it is. So, carry on. My wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. There won't be. The Grosvenor Protectorate will still be fighting these ghost guys. Okay, we've now discovered one of the jump points off of Lewis. Another. This is Hamburg. It has almost 50 moons. No particularly habitable planet. In fact, are any of the planets habitable? That one's a 10.72. A dwarf planet. Yeah, there's nothing really habitable here. Well, you did your best there, Kitty. We'll have you come back to Lewis, and then we'll have you jump through another unexplored jump point. We're trying to find the ghosts so we can talk to them. Okay, we found Madman, which has a vaguely colonizable planet. No atmospheres, though, so it would be kind of a pain. No, it's also tidally locked and the diameter is pretty small. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Oh, well. Back through the Lewis jump point it is. And then on to our next one. And again, there's jump gates on all of these. So, where are the ghosts? We know they've got a place on an asteroid. We know they show up in Jazza. But what's going on in Lewis? We've seen one of their ships in Lewis heading towards in-system. That was it. We might need to go there and just dump down like a load of sensors or something, but that might be considered a little bit provocative. Okay, so at this point we probably want to start like sending out a few more freighters. The only thing I'm really kind of reluctant about is that we are slowly expanding our reach, but it is slow. That said, we can head over to Agent, do some colonizing around there. Yeah. Alright, we're going to start building Jagnavs, and we're going to build... do we have future planets in orbit? We've got 10 future planets in orbit. Okay. Well, if we were going to construct a Jagnath, it would cost us 500. But if we were to refit a future planet of Jagnath, I was going to just scrap the future planet, but refitting it might actually be the way to go. Okay, let's auto-refit all of our old future planets into Jagnath Mark IIs. And then we won't do the 6th one, or will we? Yeah, let's not do the 6th one. For the 6th one, I want to construct... And I want to construct one Jagnath. Now, the reason for that is I want a single Jagnath so it can pick up, you know, mass drivers and dump them around rather than having to worry about having a fleet of 10 of them. Okay. Okay, I've set up another, like, 10 Jagnaths doing a infrastructure run through to Agent. Now, this one's actually going to go half to Agent 2 and half to Agent 3. I believe Agent 3 is where we were focusing most of our infrastructure, but I want to just make sure we have a little bit prepped over Agent 2, so we can have like a seed colony there and they can grow. How are we doing with our colony ships? They're not doing anything right now. Good. Can they do something? Let's go have a look at Agent. How much infrastructure do we have? Okay. Yeah, we've got 500 infrastructure. We could have 2.5 million people on this planet. Well, let's just send over, I don't know, 5 million to begin with. We're sending over more infrastructure, so this will be fine. I think we will load colonize the Earth. Head over to Agent 3. Unload colonists. Head back to Earth. Refuel. And then here's where we're going to get funky. That's 1 million people. We're going to do that 5 million people. So we're going to repeat that 4 times. We're going to repeat it 5. Because I want to put 1 million on the other planet in Agent. So what I'm actually going to do is then I'm going to remove the last. And then we're going to unload colonists on Agent 2. Go back to Sol. Refuel. Done. Easy enough. Okay, again, we've bumped into more of the ghost ships. This time, 3 Abomination class, and they seem to be just nearby. Now, bear in mind that the Combat Kitty has really minimal sensors, so I have no idea what's going on here. Is this just us being really lucky, or are they trying to find us? Because we're not looking for them. We're just flying across the system right now. What is going on in Lewis? Let's see. Can we get a heading on them? They are headed... I would say they came out of the Hamburg jump point and they seem to be headed... Let's try a 2-minute. Yeah, let's try 20-minute. Basically parallel to us. I would say they're headed for the Lagrange point, which means they're going in the system. Maybe they're setting up a colony. Like, they're actually setting it up right now. Because we're headed up to Lotto Skills, which is kind of just to the side of Lagrange point. I think they're headed to the Lagrange point to use that to jump into Lagrange point 1. And then... Maybe? Really hard to tell what they're going for. Potentially they could be using it to jump to Lagrange point 2 to go to Lewis 3. And no one's in a position to really tell. Oh, we need to get sensors out here. But if we start, you know, dropping sonar buoys or whatever, someone's going to complain. And I don't want to necessarily step on their toes and say, hey, let's try and claim Lewis, because that might really peeve people off. Maybe what we need is a jump ship. One that can sit on the Agent to Lewis jump point and allow us to jump ships through by using its jump drive. Effectively, the idea being that, you know, as I mentioned, jump drives, you can have one jump drive that can jump 3 other ships or whatever. And then, you know, you jump as a fleet, the one ship, the jump drive, jumping everyone. Well, you can do the same thing by having someone just sit on the jump point with a jump drive. And then everyone goes up to them. And then they go, okay. And they jump across momentarily to send people across. We can do that. Now, the question is who is going to volunteer for that job? Because we don't really have any large jump drives. What is the largest jump drive we have? None of them. Possibly the auxiliary carrier? How big are you? 40,000 tons. You could do it. Thinking about it, the auxiliary carrier would be able to jump people into Lewis. Also, who would we want to jump into Lewis? That's another question. Let's check. You're in the Chaldei system. You're in the Sleepy Zoe system. You're in Lewis, and you are gone forever, finishing off the last asteroid. And you're going to Lewis. Okay. And all of you have your own jump drives. Do we want to take anyone else? There's no one we really want to jump. If we did jump someone, it would have to be like, hey, we could jump freighters into Lewis or whatever. Oh, well, for now, that will have to be the case. Now, we can also do something with the Ragland. We could dump it on the jump point from Tholius to Sleepy Zoe, and that would help us set up Colony in Sleepy Zoe much faster. Although it would have it kind of just sitting in the middle, which is awkward. Yeah, how are we looking on our fighters? Oh, plenty to deploy. Well, I think we'd probably want to defend Sleepy Zoe. So we'll take some fighters to Sleepy Zoe, and then we could just leave it on the jump point. I also feel that we might want to double up our defenses in Subject Delta, because we know that there's stuff going on in Jazza. The same is true for Lewis, although it's weird. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so we've finished converting our mines over to automated mines. We now have 10% of our economy just sitting around not doing anything. Quite honestly, infrastructure might be tempting. Oh, we've plenty of that. Maintenance facilities. Maybe? We're doing them. You know what? I'm kind of tempted by orbital habitats, because we can put them above some of the planets that we really have been looking at and saying, hey, this is great, but it's Venusian, we can't land people on them. What you can do is, well, for a start, you can do orbital miners, but they have a kind of very restrictive maximum size of the body. I.e., they can't really land to do the mining on really big bodies, so that's a problem. What we can use for the Venusians is an orbital habitat, which basically is saying, hey, you can't have people living on the planet. What if they live in orbit? And then, I don't know, take shuttles down to the surface or something to go to the mines. And then you put mines on the planet, you put the orbital habitats, and the orbital habitats provide the population to work on the mine. So what we can do is make an orbital habitat. This is going to be a station, obviously. We'll need to tug it into position using this construction, which I think is a pretty good idea. There are definitely several systems that could take advantage of this, so I think this is a good call. Okay, so it's pretty simple actually to build an orbital habitat. We go new ship class. Hi, the Finley Shards. You are going to be an orbital habitat. Orbital habitat. There we go, OH. And we're going to say, have an orbital habitat module. It's actually that simple. Get rid of the fuel. We get rid of the engineering space. Even if we say that you are a station? No. Okay, you still need the engineering space. That's it. 40 crew. Now, it says 40 crew, but I believe an orbital habitat can have 1 million people on board. So, you know, 40 crew, maybe. Actually, that's going to be a lot of people per crew. Wow. That'd be a lot of people per tonnage. That'd be like 2 people per ton. I might need to double check that. Oh, there we go. Tell a lie. It says habitation capacity 200,000. So if we want to make it 1 million, this would need to be a lot larger, which obviously raises the issue of, well, it's going to take a long time for tugs to move that anywhere. However, 200,000 isn't really going to do very much. So I guess the, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Let us put on another orbital habitat module. There we go. Now, that's still incredibly heavy. Like, that's really, really, really heavy. That's half the weight of our giant terraforming base, but it has 1 million people on board. And only 160 crew. Which is kind of amazing. Like, that few crew for that many people. Sure. We're going to put on, obviously, a tiny little thermal sensor. And I think we'll call that good. That's it. Random priority 0. And then we'll just name them the Finley Shards 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Because we're probably going to end up building them, in bulk, multiple thereof. The only thing we may want to update is the armor. When is the armor scheme updating? Later this year. Oh. Well, it's got no armor actually on it because we made it a station. So yeah, it's got no armor. This thing is actually going to be fine. Like, you don't ever really need to update. The only thing we might want to update is like the sensor, and that is not important. So, no. We're going to lock you in. The Finley Shards, welcome to the team. And then we go over to industry. Space station. Finley Shards, and I would like to build. And we're going to build 5. Now, they'll take a little while to... Actually, they won't take that long. Wow. How cheap are they? They cost the same as like 2 and a bit freighters. I mean, they're going to be much more annoying to move than the freighters would be, but damn. Okay. Well, to move all of this, we're going to need bigger tugs. So, pop over to the shipyard. The Alistair, and we're going to need to build 2 more of those. So, hello, cargo fleet, Alistair. This is going to be the Lilstrom. And I'm going to build the Tandem as well. We'll just build the one for the moment. Yeah. Now, question. Venus, how good were you? Not amazing with the accessibility. Meh. Okay. That said, there is a low chance that a survey would maybe improve that. So I think we survey Venus, and if it is worthwhile, we'll dump some orbital habitats above it. Otherwise, we're probably looking at going to, like, Agent. I think Agent has something interesting. Yeah, this planet. Although that said, this planet doesn't necessarily need orbital. It just needs a lot of terraforming. It's almost Venusian. Not quite. What about Mr. Grey? Oh, this is just a planet that's just like, hey, just chilling here. We could actually send a few, like, things over here just to, you know, get it growing. You know, just a little bit of infrastructure, a few people, and then let it do its thing. Just as kind of like a feeder world. Subject Delta, I think, have Venusian. I'll go, you know, that's further away. I don't really want to have to go there. There we go. Venusian. A lot of stuff. Yeah. And then let's have a quick look at Strategist. Oh, the Strategist is really annoyingly far away. No, not that interesting, actually. Okay. Those are the ones nearby. We should also probably have a look at Kerlica, because Kerlica, if we can find it, had all of these comets, which we were like, yes, we will definitely want to do something with these. And then this planet here, which, ooh. Yeah, I forgot about this. I mean, the accessibility is trash, but this is totally worthwhile. The colony cost, however, is NA. It is Venusian. This is where we'll be going with our orbital habitats. We'll be going to Kerlica. Alright, production converted, done. Okay. Okay, and the future planets are now done. They are upgraded. If we have a look at them, it now consists of 10 Jagnaths. So we're going to rename the fleet to Jagnath 2 times 10 Fleet 4. However, we're still going to let the ships have the name the future planet because that's what they were named originally. Right, we want to pop through to Mr. Grey just to dump off some infrastructure. So we'll load installation infrastructure. Mr. Grey. Unload. And that'll be 100. So we probably want to do that 5 times. So repeat it 4. Done. We've built our military academies. That means we've got 30% just sitting around. We need to do something with 30%. You know what? A huge push on research facilities, even if it's only temporary. It's saying, hey, we'll have all of your research facilities, like all 20, done in under 2 years. That's insane. That's really helpful. Okay, I'm loving this. Let's look at our research. The refueling hub we want to speed up. I'm going to put new onto the refueling hub. Because that's where we're going to get our fuel from. Okay, we've discovered the system of Nuke, which looks to be completely barren. It is, yeah. Got 2 stars, nothing around. Okay, well, Combat Kitty, you can come back. We need to figure out where the hell these aliens are coming from. What the hell is going on? Maybe we need like a new generation of survey ships. Like dedicated geo, dedicated grav, meant to be quick. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that idea. And we just send the grav off to just go into many different systems. Okay. Come back to Lewis and then come in system. Yeah. Over here, sit down. Around there for now. we want to design those new... Yeah, I think we do. The only issue, in my view, is that we might want like an updated, what's it called, efficiency for our drive. How much would the next efficiency cost for our jump drive? Only 8,000. Yeah, we'll wait till we've got a military first, and then we'll do new grav and new geo-surveying vessels. That way we'll be able to hopefully find out what the hell's going on. I'm kind of peeved. I want to know what's going on. Okay, again, more ghosts detected in Lewis. Let's go over to Lewis. On the jump point to nuke. Literally on the jump point. What is going on? The Archaic Vendetta. What is going on? I feel we need to, like, mine the system. They will take offense at that, though. The tug Alistair's completed orders, stationed at the jump point. Strategist, okay. What were you tugging? It was the back demon, right? Right, okay. Go through this asteroid. I thought you'd already done that. Time is not going to take that long. When you get there, we're going to unload all installations, or unload installation. We'll unload the mass driver, and then we can hopefully get to work mining. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Oh yeah, the refueling hub is maxed out. Okay, we're going to cancel the refueling hub, and I'm sorry, but that doesn't cut it anymore. We want more labs, so... There we go. Admittedly, it'll be a little bit slow to begin with, but when we get more labs, it'll start paying off. We've discovered Turgal off of Sleepy Zoe, I believe. Yeah, Turgal. What is here? Few reasonable planets. This one's a nitrogen ammonia atmosphere. A lot of moons, 111 moons, 69 asteroids, 12 planets, 3 comets. Yeah, okay. That might be interesting. Okay. And now we are in orbit. So we'll detach the back demon. Orbiting the asteroid. Okay. We'll need to send the tug back to Earth. So TG, there we go. Auto route back to Sol, Earth. Refuel from colony. Alright. And now it says 100 automated mines. Which I think... Auto mining modules 100. Yes. So, we're now mining this asteroid. We will go to our minerals and we'll shoot them over to Hoyle A1. A2, sorry. I think that production is gonna way outweigh what our mass driver can deal with, though. Teething trouble. So, that actually meets one of the policies. So, remember that we've got all these motions and policies that we need to implement because they got voted in. Well, let me bring these up. Every single one, actually, raised has been successful so far. So, the surveillance program in Sol, we've done that. We've got the sensor buoys out. The advancement of automation, we've got the switch to automated mines has been done. The Interspecies Peace Act, we are doing the diplomacy. That works. The People's Advancement Act, which is construction production labs, we've done. and the Mining Fleet Act, which requires us to make a mining fleet that can have a sizable impact. I would say 100 antimatter. I see AM and it's antimatter to me. 100 auto miners worth is definitely a sizable impact. We might be able to double that actually, but for now, that's a sizable impact. We also have another one that's just passed, which is the 2-term limit, which means that no one can be in charge of government for more than 2 terms in a row, effectively. There are some, complications to that and stuff, but that's kind of the gist, which I think is a very interesting RP one and very divisive. Like, that one was initially getting massively downvoted, and then there were a load of swing votes that happened. Very interesting. Anyway, sorry, the RP is fascinating for this. So, do we want to build another one? I don't want to build another one. And we could take them through to Calica and put them above those comets. Yeah. Right, station. Put you down back to 30%. Back demons. I would like 2 back demons. And they'll be done mid 77. Pretty quick. They do cost a lot of Corundum. Oh no, we don't have any near enough Corundum. Oh no. Oh no. We have less than 1,000 Corundum. Okay, cancel that plan. That's not going to happen. No way we can do that. Hell, these automated mines are going to cause problems all by themselves. We're going to lower the automated mines to just 5%. How do we get past this? Let's go all in on research facilities. And then I think we move a load of the auto mines from Wolf to C2017, which has our Corundum supply. We also want to put another mass driver on there. Okay, so we are building another Jagnath. That will be what we used to take the mass driver over with. What else? Jagnaths, you're all kind of busy at the moment. You're busy for another half year. You're not busy for another... Oh, your cycle. And you're busy for another half year. Okay, well, we can maybe wait half a year. We will encounter a bit of Corundum issues, but it is what it is. So, alright, we have our extra Jagnath now. That will be going to Earth, picking up a mass driver, which we have plenty of because I built enough. And we're going to take it over to here and unload it. Then refuel. And then we're also going to pick up another mass driver. And this one is going to go through to Calica. I'm going to dump it on the planet there. Ready ahead of time for being able to just shoot all of our materials over to that planet, and we'll use that planet to pick them up from. We also have finished adding water vapor to Europa. Hello, Europa. Ooh, also let's check on Luna. Still waiting on it to rain down. It's at 7% right now. Europa. Okay, let us add oxygen. And that should be pretty damn quick, so once that's done, I think we'll probably just be wanting to increase the temperature. And that involves obviously adding warming gas until we can get the temperature up from 160 under to, well, minimum -10, but I'd like to get it into a reasonable zone. Okay. I'm just laying more buoys down. So this is actually quite satisfying watching this happen. Like, it just goes cha-chunk, cha-chunk, Cha-chunk. Cha-chunk. Oh, wait, they're out of missiles. Okay. Maybe less satisfying when this happens. You have to go all the way over. Cease fire. Open fire. Cha-chunk. 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 Okay, Europa now has enough oxygen. This is so incredibly quick. We just need to get the temperature up. So let's go to the warming gas. And I'm going to say let's try for an atmosphere, like a full-on extra atmosphere of this, because it's got quite a long way to go in terms of temperature. But that'll only take a year, so. And in the meantime... yeah, I'm still waiting on that water to really rain down properly. Okay, we have the very first Finley shards. So we're going to detach you. And then we will have to get our tug to move you. So go find the Finley shards. Tractor, any ship and fleet. And then go all the way to Calica, which is thankfully quite nearby. I'd actually like to see the stats on this, so let's take 5 seconds. Speed is 206. Yeah, that's fine. It's not great, but it'll do. We're going to transit through here. That'll take us almost half a year. Then get to Calica A1. And then release tracted ship. That'll take a year. Sure. That's fine. This is fine. And when it gets there, we'll send in a load of mines to be crewed over there as well. Yeah. It's a shame our tugs are only this powerful. I kind of wish our tugs were much, much more powerful than they are. Like a, 200,000 ton tug or 300,000 ton tug. Oh well. Right, the osmium is saying, hey, I'm done. Osmium. Where are you done? In Caldi. Well, I mean, you ain't done, mate. You might be close to done, but you ain't done. Caldi. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of U's over here in this gas giant. It is 14 billion out, so I can see why you didn't. But I'm not making a decision until you've, actually done everything. So head over to there now. Is that far enough out? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, now we're getting Jagna saying they've completed orders, which is great. I need you to do me some favors. Where are you? Yeah. Go to Wolf. Load automated mine. Take it over to C2017. And then repeat that. I'm going to say 7 more times. That way, that should be 80 that are moved from one to the other. A lot of automated mines to put on 2017. We need to find a better source of Corundum, but I believe that's Titan, and that's going to be on our terraforming list, so. Jagna's completed orders. Maybe we need to go and do everything in Agent, because I think... yeah, we've got the infrastructure down, but we haven't actually done anything more than that, so... let us go and load installation. Master. Oh, we could let the civilian economy do it. I'll probably cock it up, but let's give it a go. Civilian economy. We demand a mass driver. And another mass driver. And another mass driver. And another mass driver. And also, we would like a deep space tracking station. Now that's what we could do in Lewis. Put down deep space tracking stations. We need the Raglan to act as our jump point. And I believe you're kind of far away right now. Yeah, you've gone to Sleepy Zoe to drop off some defenses. Okay. Yeah, when you get back, then we might do that. Okay, we've just finished composite armor. We finished our fire control speed rating. Oh, how are we doing with worker shortage? Minus 28. I'm still having problems. That'll be solved soon. We have capacitor recharge rate that we need to finish. That'll be finished in 2 days. And then the ultraviolet laser, which will be finished actually later today. Well, that's perfect then. Research rate. I'm going to pump so many labs into this. I'm going to put 20 labs on that. Why not? Okay. Do we want to do an updated jump drive tech? Yes, but we'd be kind of limited in that you can only do 5 at a time. Okay, let's do engine power instead, because we can use that on missiles, and that'll be a bit quicker. Oh god, those missiles are still going to take forever with only 5 labs on them. Sure, I guess we can update missiles whenever. What else do we need? Well, we should probably line up another construction production, because that is one of our mandates, that we always have that going any time. So we'll do the cost saving, I think. Now, the alien autopsy, the Abishai. I did have a conversation with our first minister, the leader of the Lord Commissioners, and they said that we can have an interrogation, and then I guess we'll just have an autopsy of any that have just happened to die. So let's do the autopsy. I don't normally bother with this, but because the ghosts are so frustrating, let's do it. Might be the only way we'll ever find out about them. I'm actually going to rip a lab off here. We can max out at 5. Oh, it's not maxed out 5. Whatever, we'll still do 5. Right, and then we just need to go forward like 2 days. Yeah, we just have to wait for the tick to register it. There we go. The Ragnar's completed orders. We have our capacitor recharge rate, and we have our near ultraviolet laser. Perfect. Now, next time, why don't we go for... We could start thinking about particle beams, adding like a nice big particle beam. Now, the way particle beams work is each weapon can kind of use a different damage profile. Now, I talked about how... let's bring up something. We've got anything with armor? We don't. Oh, let's make a new ship class. The Hardy. Okay. Let's put armor like 20 on this. If we go over to... I won't show it unless we've actually made the ship. Damn it. Okay. You know, I mentioned like they have those blocks of armor, and missiles make kind of like an even dent. Well, lasers make a more penetrating dent. Particle beams, on the other hand, are a line. They go straight through armor. If it does 3 damage, it does 3 damage in a line straight into the armor. It doesn't spread out along the top. Particle beams are good for getting in and hitting components and stuff. So we might want to have like particle beams on bigger ships. This is a new line of tech though, so we'll probably kind of leave it for the moment, and we might want to consider, you know, pursuing that later. I'm going to say we might want to just go for like turret tracking speed. Stuff like that. Ooh, that said, sensitive fire control. There are some useful things here. Combat Information Center. It's a lot to go for. But yeah, Combat Information Center. Oh, also the improved sensors. Ooh. They're twice as good. No. We need to start considering like our sensor tech. It's not great. Let's up that. This will make it like a third better. So Sarah Borealis get to work on that. And then anything cheap on missiles. There's a lot of really cheap magazine tech here. In fact, let's have a look. What else can we do? Commercial magazine. That's the simple magazine text. Okay. efficiency system, which effectively means the magazine can be bigger because the feed doesn't take as large a space. And also then we'll do the neutralization system, which means that when the magazine gets holed, it's not gonna explode, as likely at least. We'll maybe just go all in on this. So if we can get it for like the next batch of warships, that'd be really handy. It might be that we might need to like convert the warships or something. Like after they're produced, we'll like retool them to have a better magazine. But for now, that'll be ready for next time, which is nice. Okay. Right. The Ragland is in position. I'm going to give it its orders to drop the fighters and stuff manually. We'll get it back to Sol. We'll refuel. And then we're going to take that to Agent. And we're going to use it as a jump carrier to kind of like jump people across to Lewis. And we'll send our freighters over to jump a whole load of tracking stations. The idea being that at the end of the day, hopefully, we can find out what the hell's going on. Kind of want to know. That said, this is a good place to end the episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed. I've been EnterElysium. If you want to get involved in all of the interactivity stuff, head over to the Discord link down below. It's really hot up. We had the increasing votes in every election. Been kind of crazy. By the time you see this video, there probably will be another election open. So hopefully you'll be able to vote in that. Also, it has a feed of all my videos and all my streams, which if you want to use the usual one instead, you can subscribe. Hit the bell icon as well. And more importantly, liking and commenting because the algorithm loves it. I've been EnterElysium and stay shiny.